Hey, this is Donnie Smith. In this video I'm going to show you how to change a headlight in a Pontiac G6. So how do you know which bulb to change? Well, that's easy to determine which one to change. You certainly wouldn't want to get this apart, change the wrong one, put it back together. And if your dims are on and one's out, that's the one. You turn your brights on, which is your inside, and your brights work, you know it's your dim light only. So check which one you need to replace before you replace it. On the G6, inside's bright, outside's dim. And on this one, the dim one happens to be out, and that's the one that we're going to replace. Okay, to replace this, just going to need a few things. A flathead screwdriver, doesn't have to be rusty like that. Of course, you're going to need your replacement bulb, which is an H11 in this brand. Got it at O'Reilly's. The bulb costed $19. And we're going to have a 7 socket, 7 millimeters. Now, I've replaced this before, and the last time that I replaced this, I came up through this way. And it took a little bit of while, so I did a little bit of research on YouTube, and a guy by the name of Redneck showed a different way to do it. I'm going to try it that way and see if that works. If it works the way he showed, it's going to be a lot faster. So if it works, you know, thumbs up to, I think his name was Redneck, or I'll have to look at it again to find out what his username was. But first we're going to remove these 2 bolts here, and then we're going to remove these clips here. So there's 2 here and then 4 clips. So we'll go ahead and do that. They're 7 millimeter. We'll take these off. Okay, we've got those 2 out. Now we're these little clips here have a little slot in the center. You need to get a flathead screwdriver down below that and kind of wiggle it back and forth, and that'll raise the center of that. Once that's raised, you can pull that out of there. There's 4 of these in the front. That raises that, and this light kind of fits behind there, behind this bumper cover. So there's one extra step I'm going to do. He didn't show this in the video to do this step, and you may not have to, but you know, being in the auto paint industry, you know, the paint's something that I really want to be sure that we don't scratch or chip or anything. So I'm going to use a little bit of tape to protect that edge. We'll try to pull that off. And this is painter's tape. I'm just going to use a layer, put around this edge right here. And what this is just to protect the paint. So if it chips up against it a little bit, it's not going to chip the paint off. Wrap it around a little bit. We'll put one more layer around this corner. Back in there like that. Okay, we got that masked off. Now we're going to pull this front. It's loose. And that gives this light a little bit of room, and we'll be able to get it out. Now I'm going to kind of grab here on this tab, and I'm going to pull out on this. Okay, now I've got that loose. Now what I'm going to do is pull this forward and try to get this through. You see how that tight fits really tight? That's why I wanted to put this on, you know, to prevent scratching the paint whenever I'm pull that forward. Okay, got it through, and I'm glad I did put that tape there because that pushed pretty hard up against that edge. There it is. That was much easier than going through the other way and replacing it. Okay, I've got the headlight pulled out, and remember, we'll make sure that we have the right one that we're going to replace. In this case, it was the outside light, which is the dim, and it has a little cover right here. Let me turn this around where you can see it maybe. And the light's inside of here, the bulb. You just got to turn this cover, and then the bulb's right here. So you turn that, bring it out, And then these have 2 clips on them. You just kind of pull out on that clip, and that just pulls off. So this is the old bulb. And get our H11 if you're not sure on the car you're working on or the brand you're using. Just go to the store. There's a chart there you can use, or just ask them. And some of these halogen bulbs, you don't want to touch the bulb itself. So oils on your finger will help make that burn out faster. So we're not going to touch that end, the glass part. Now we're going to plug this back in. Like that. Now we're going to put it back into the, right here, turn it. Now it's locked back into place. Now we get our cover and put it back on. Whenever you go to put this back in, there's this right here that fits inside this clip. Make sure that that pushes in and snaps tight there. This right here goes right there, and that's what holds it. And that's why you got to jerk out whenever you're taking this off to pop it out of that clip. In this way. Okay, here's that clip. I'm going to push it in. And after doing this, you know, it may be easier. You still need to loosen this so you can pull up. Kind of pull it up, slide it in a little bit. Make sure this clip lines up. Kind of pop it in. That's in. Now everything's lined back up. We can put our clips back in. Go ahead and take this tape off. Put our 4 clips in. Then put our 2 screws back in. So Redneck, YouTube, thanks for the tips, and that helped me change it, and hopefully this will help you be able to change yours as well. It did work fine. I would just recommend to be sure, watch your paint, you know, not to chip any paint. Other than that, I didn't have any problems, so I wouldn't be afraid to try this method. Be sure when you're pulling on that, you don't pull too hard and crack your paint or anything. Just be careful, and this technique should work fine. That's it for this video. We'll talk to you next time. Hey, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to our channel, but also look on here and click on one of the other videos and check it out. Talk soon.